The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Zoe stepped forward, her worn boots echoing against the crystalline floor. Around her, representatives from 1,000 worlds watched with eyes that ranged from curious to hostile. She clutched the data chip in her palm, the weight of millennia pressing against her chest. "You want to know why Earth was quarantined?" Zoe's voice cut through the silence. "Why your ancestors sealed our world away for 3,000 years. Ambassador Vexler of the Varelian Confederacy leaned forward, his scales rippling with unease. "Human, we were told your species was ... unstable, a threat to galactic peace." John stood beside Zoe, his jaw clenched. After months of archaeological digs on abandoned waystation stations, after years of piecing together fragments of forbidden history, they had finally uncovered the truth, and it was worse than anyone had imagined. "Unstable," Zoe repeated bitterly. She inserted the chip into the chamber's central console. "Let me show you what really happened." The holographic display flickered to life, showing an ancient Earth vibrant blue, and reaching toward the stars. The year was 2247, and humanity had just discovered faster than light travel. First contact had been made. Humanity was welcomed into the galactic community with open arms. "For 50 years, humans integrated peacefully," John said, his historian's voice steady despite the tremor in his hands. "We shared our art, our music, our stories. We learned from countless civilizations." The hologram shifted, showing humans working alongside aliens, building, creating, laughing together. Then the image darkened, until the Scourge came, Zoe whispered. A collective shudder ran through the council. The Scourge, a hive-mind entity that had consumed hundreds of worlds before mysteriously vanishing 3 millennia ago. The greatest threat the galaxy had ever known. The hologram showed the horror, planets stripped bare, civilizations extinguished in days, fleets obliterated. The Scourge was unstoppable, adaptive, merciless. It learned from every species it consumed, growing stronger with each world it devoured. The galaxy was dying. John continued. "Your fleets, your weapons, your technology, nothing worked. The Scourge adapted faster than you could respond. 17,000 worlds fell in just 5 years. Ambassador Vexler's voice was barely a whisper. "We remember, it was our darkest hour. Then Earth did something," Zoe said, her eyes fixed on the display. "Something that terrified the survivors more than the Scourge itself." The hologram shifted to show human scientists, their faces gaunt with exhaustion and determination. Research stations, classified facilities, and then weapons. Not conventional weapons, but something else entirely. Humanity weaponized evolution itself, John explained. "You see, while other species developed technology to fight the Scourge, humans went deeper. They engineered biological warfare on a level never seen. They created pathogens that could adapt faster than the Scourge. Viruses that could rewrite the very DNA of the hive mind." The council erupted in gasps and horrified whispers. But that wasn't all. Zoe cut through the noise. Humans volunteered, thousands of them, to be modified, enhanced. They became living weapons. Their bodies engineered to be toxic to the Scourge. Their minds hardened against psychic infiltration. The hologram showed them. Humans transformed into something between soldier and science experiment, their eyes burning with fierce determination. They had made themselves into monsters to fight monsters. To fight monsters. "The Earth Defense Force engaged the Scourge at the Battle of Proxima," John said quietly. 50,000 modified humans against 3 million Scourge vessels. The display showed the battle, brutal, savage, desperate. Human ships rammed into Scourge by modified soldiers boarded hive ships, spreading their engineered plagues through enemy vessels. It was warfare stripped of all pretense of civilization. "And they won," Zoe said. "In 6 months, humanity had done what the entire galaxy couldn't do in 5 years. They didn't just stop the Scourge, they exterminated it. Every last trace." The council sat in stunned silence. "So you see," John continued, "Earth wasn't quarantined because humans were unstable or violent. You sealed us away because we scared you. Because when pushed to the brink, humanity proved capable of something that made even the Scourge look tame. Total, absolute, creative destruction." Ambassador Vexler found his voice. "The modified humans, what happened to them?" Zoe's expression hardened. "Your ancestors demanded they be contained for galactic safety, so Earth agreed to quarantine. The modified soldiers, those heroes who saved the galaxy, lived out their lives on Earth. Their descendants lost the modifications over generations, and the rest of the galaxy tried to forget what humans could become when necessary." She stepped closer to the council podium. "You erased it from your history, called it the mysterious Scourge disappearance. made Earth into a cautionary tale without explaining the caution. For 3,000 years, you kept us isolated, not because we were dangerous, but because we reminded you of what survival sometimes demands. John activated another file, and now you want to lift the quarantine because you need us again. The Zartharin Dominion is expanding. You're losing, and deep down, you remember that when the galaxy was dying, it was humans, terrifying, adaptable, unstoppable humans who saved it. The council members exchanged uncomfortable glances. The truth hung in the air like a blade. Zoe pulled out a second data chip. This contains humanity's answer to your request for alliance. But first, you all needed to know why we were really isolated, why you feared us. Because we will not be ashamed of what our ancestors did. They were heroes, not monsters. She placed the chip on the podium. Earth's answer is yes. We will help you, but this time, the galaxy will remember. This time, you will tell the truth about what humanity did and what we might have to do again. As Zoe and John left the chamber, the weight of history finally acknowledged. The galaxy faced an uncomfortable reality. Humanity had been isolated, not despite saving everyone, but because of it. Sometimes, the most terrifying thing in the universe is not the monster, but those willing to become monsters to stop it. The end.